Fans are furious after BTS was told to leave HYBE. RM opens up in a new letter. Jin talks about dating and marriage in a private conversation that was leaked online without his permission. And V's first on-screen kiss. Watch until the end because you need to see it. Jin opened up about dating in a private conversation, which was later exposed online. Here's what he said about dating and getting married. It's not exactly shocking that Jin from BTS values honesty. He's always come across as someone who says what he thinks. However, didn't expect him to be this firm about dating and relationships, especially given how tight-lipped the K-pop world tends to be about those things. Most idols are trained to keep a squeaky clean image, and that usually means acting like dating doesn't even exist. But apparently, Jin isn't interested in playing that game, on or off camera. Kian84, the artist-turned-TV personality, recently shared a private conversation he had with Jin that left quite an impression on him, and now on everyone else too. While chatting with singer Chu on his YouTube channel, Kian casually brought up what Jin had told him about his views on dating and marriage. As you'll see, it wasn't the kind of vague, PR-approved answer we usually hear from celebrities. According to Kian, Jin told him point-blank that he's not interested in dating or getting married. Kian, understandably, was a bit taken aback. He even admitted he tried to challenge Jin on it, pointing out how common it is for stars to deny their dating in public but still do whatever they want in private. That's not new, and fans know it, but Jin apparently wouldn't have any of it. Kian said Jin told him that lying about a relationship or hiding one entirely just doesn't sit right with him. From his point of view, doing that would be unfair to the fans who support him. Kian seemed genuinely surprised by how seriously Jin takes this, and honestly, I get it. Now, whether you agree with him or not, you kind of have to respect the consistency. Jin clearly holds himself to a standard that most celebrities don't, especially in K-pop, where even a whiff of a dating rumor can spiral out of control and lead to fan backlash and a flood of online hate. So the fact that Jin isn't just avoiding dating for PR reasons, but because he actually believes it would break a promise to his fans, that's rare. After Kian posted the clip, it quickly went viral. And needless to say, the reactions were mixed. Some people were impressed. However, others were confused. A few were even skeptical, probably thinking it was just another layer of image management. But from how Kian described it, it was just a private conversation. And this is why, when Kian84 shared that story about Jin, a lot of fans felt uneasy, and I see why. From their point of view, Kian revealed something that wasn't his to share. It sounded like a personal moment, something said off camera, away from the noise of the internet. So when he casually dropped it into a public conversation, it hit people the wrong way. The mood shifted fast to frustration toward Kian. People started saying he was chasing clout, trying to stir up a little drama using Jin's name. And to be honest, that kind of thing never sits well with a fandom this protective. Some fans were especially bothered by how the story was told. It wasn't just that he shared it, it's how he shared it. The way he framed Jin's comment, it felt like it was being served up for reaction. According to them, it's almost like he was inviting people to take it out of context. People kept sharing their disappointment, their frustration, and their distrust. Some even said they didn't feel like they could trust Kian after this. So what's your opinion? Please let me know in the comments. Jin confessed he's never been asked out on a date, and here's why. During a past episode of Run Jin, something came out of Jin's mouth that made the whole room stop for a second. And honestly, I had to replay it just to make sure I'd heard him right. At one point, they were talking about the most awkward ways someone could ask you out, stuff like a grand public serenade in the middle of Hongdae, or a flirty message dropped in a group chat. Jin said he'd take the group chat, no question. For him, it was way easier to deal with quietly without feeling embarrassed. Makes sense, right? He said before that he's more of an introvert, so the idea of being cornered in public, yeah, not his vibe. But then came the moment no one expected. Kwak casually mentioned that no one had ever asked him out, and Jin responded, "Me neither." At first, no one believed him. Jin, totally calm, tried to explain. He said he just doesn't know that many people, and because of that, the chance never really came up. But let's be real. The man is literally one of the most recognizable faces on the planet. And not just because he's in BTS. He's tall, charming, funny, and looks like he walked out of a comic book. So when he says no one's ever asked him out, it sounds unreal. Kwak jumped in and said maybe it's because people are intimidated by him. And honestly, I think he's got a point. Fame can be a weird shield. It can make someone seem so far out of reach that no one even tries. Like, imagine being at a party and seeing Jin across the room. Would you go up and ask him out? Probably not. You'd assume he's already taken, or you'd be too scared of embarrassing yourself. And then there's also the issue of overprotective fans. Even if someone did date Jin, they'd probably get flooded with hate. Just look at what happened with Jungkook's tattoo artist. People thought they were dating, and she got so much backlash she basically had to disappear from the public eye. And they weren't even together. So yeah, dating someone like Jin isn't just about being with a celebrity. It's about dealing with all the chaos that comes with it. So this might also be part of the reason why no one had ever asked Jin out. Once the episode aired, the moment spread fast online. Fans thought it was hilarious, partly because of what Jin said, but also because of how quickly everyone else shut it down. People were joking that there's no way someone like him has never been approached. But the more people talked about it, the more it started to make sense. Maybe the very thing that makes Jin seem so untouchable is exactly why no one's ever tried. Desperate BTS fans will be charged 2 or 3 times more for their concert tickets. And needless to say, people are furious. With BTS's Arirang tour just weeks away, you'd think fans would be buzzing with excitement. And sure, people are excited. However, what we're also seeing right now is a lot of frustration. The issue? It's not that the tickets are sold out yet. It's not even scalpers this time. The problem started before a single ticket was sold. Because as it stands now, Ticketmaster hasn't told international fans how much the tickets cost. There's no info. Because according to Ticketmaster, you'll find out when they go on sale. In South Korea, at least, things are clearer. Prices there have already been released, between $135 and $180, depending on where you're sitting and what perks are included. Are they cheap? No, but they're out in the open. So if you're a fan in Seoul, you can plan ahead. You know what you're dealing with. But if you're in London, New York, or somewhere else, you're being told to just wait and hope for the best. And it's more than just annoying. Let's say you're a fan who has to travel for this concert, which most people do. That's flights, hotels, food, transport, and time off work or school. You're not just buying a concert ticket. You're investing a lot of money and effort. And with no idea what even the base price of a ticket might be, how do you budget anything? Fans are saying it feels like they're being asked to leap blindfolded into a fire. And the fear is, this isn't just about disorganization. A lot of people think this is setting the stage for Ticketmaster to roll out dynamic pricing again, something that has burned fans before. For anyone who's lucky enough to not know what that means, it's when prices change depending on how many people are trying to buy. So if demand is high, tickets can double, even triple in price while you're checking out. That's borderline scamming people, at least in my opinion. And since it's BTS, the demand will be high. We're talking about a group that sells out stadiums in literal minutes. So the worry is, if Ticketmaster keeps prices hidden until the last second, they can hike them up based on how desperate people are in that moment, which is so not fair. People aren't even complaining about the high prices, yet. They just want transparency so they can plan ahead. Instead, they're being thrown into one of the most stressful parts of fandom, without even the basic info you'd expect from any major event. Now, with ticket sales just around the corner, fans are speaking up more than ever. Social media is full of posts tagging HYBE and Ticketmaster, demanding clarity. BTS was told to leave HYBE. BTS's future with HYBE sparked a fresh wave of debate this week, after a post on the Korean forum Pan went viral. The writer flat out questioned why BTS, who are now in their 30s, haven't started their own company yet. And to stir the pot even more, they brought Blackpink's Jennie into it, pointing out how she left YG, launched her own label, and is doing just fine. In fact, the post basically implied that if Jennie could do it on her own, why can't BTS? The post unfairly accused the group of hiding behind HYBE, called them out for not breaking away, and even hinted that maybe they weren't capable of doing it. Which, yeah, it made fans furious. As expected, fans had a lot to say. Some were furious, saying this just felt like a cheap attempt to stir drama between ARMYs and Blinks. Others pointed out the obvious. BTS are still under contract with HYBE. It's not like they can just wake up one day and walk out the door. That's not how contracts work. Plus, let's be real. HYBE didn't get where it is without BTS, and everyone knows it. The company's entire success, it all ties back to BTS's success. So if they ever did decide to leave, it's hard to imagine HYBE wouldn't try everything to keep them. And what no one has brought up, but I will, is that BTS are part owners of HYBE. Unlike the members of Blackpink, BTS actually own a stake in HYBE. so there's no reason for them to start a separate company. Still, the post touched on a question that a lot of fans have probably thought about at some point. Should idols with this much influence eventually take control of their own careers? My personal answer is no, since BTS already have control over their careers. The way I see it, HYBE is very different from YG, Blackpink's former agency. While it's understandable why Jennie chose to leave her company, BTS's situation is completely different. So I don't see a reason for them to leave. I mean, why fix something that isn't broken, right? What do you think, ARMY? RM feels like he's suffocating. RM shared a long message on Weverse recently, which looked like a journal entry. He wrote about love. He asked himself if he's ever really loved anyone at all, and admitted he still doesn't know the answer. RM also talked about the past year feeling like a blur, stuff constantly shifting, appearing and disappearing, leaving him stuck in the middle, unsure of where to go. He said he wavered, messed up, felt like he was suffocating. But even after all that, he's still here, and still standing. Not saying everything's better, just that he didn't stop walking forward. And that alone, to him, was something worth being grateful for. What made me emotional was when he said, "Trying your best doesn't fix everything." That line stung a little. RM admitted that he's going to make more mistakes, hurt people, even hurt himself. But instead of pretending otherwise, he owned it. That's rare and brave. He talked about the little things that still bring him joy, like the rush he gets from making music, laughing with the other members like a kid, seeing army bombs lighting up the crowd and feeling like he might cry just from that. It was clear those moments are what keep him going. He didn't pretend everyone would stay. He knows some people will move on, get tired, criticize. But even if just one person still believes in what BTS stands for, he said he'd keep getting back up, no matter how shaky that process looks. He ended the post with a quote from Rainer Maria Rilke. "Let everything happen to you. Beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final." And after everything he said, he finished with, "I love you." What's unexpected is that some people reacted negatively to such a real post. They even accused RM of constantly threatening disbandment. But the way I see it, this wasn't that at all. RM was just being honest. It wasn't a threat, and he didn't mention anything about BTS disbanding. He was simply sharing his feelings. And who knows? Maybe this helps some people. Actually, I'm sure it does. Knowing that even someone as successful as RM goes through hard times, and hearing what helped him, that can really mean something. The BTS price surge controversy. What should have been an exciting lead-up to BTS's two-night concert in Busan this June has turned into something a lot messier. And honestly, it's not even about tickets this time. It's hotel prices, or more accurately, hotel price explosions. As soon as the dates for BTS's Busan concerts were announced, June 12 and 13, fans rushed to grab hotel rooms before they sold out. But unfortunately, some hotel owners clearly saw an opportunity to take advantage of them. Prices for rooms that normally go for around $50 shot up to over $200 and even reached $800 per night in some cases. That's over 10 times the normal rate. And it wasn't just one or two places doing this. People reported similar spikes in all nearby areas. If that wasn't bad enough, fans started sharing that some hotels were canceling previously confirmed bookings, only to turn around and list the exact same rooms again, but now at these ridiculous new prices. Imagine planning months ahead, thinking your trip is set, only to be told sorry, so the hotel can make an extra few $100 off someone else. City officials didn't ignore it. On May 17th, Busan announced a new system meant to crack down on this kind of behavior, the price gouging QR report system. The name's a mouthful, but here's how it works. If someone thinks a hotel is charging unfair prices, they can scan a QR code and report it directly. That report gets sent to the local district office and the Korea Tourism Organization. The city's already put up posters and stickers at hotels, letting people know they can speak up, and they're promising to post updates through social media too. And that's not all. Starting next week, city inspectors will visit the hotels that get reported. If they find places jacking up rates without reason or canceling reservations just to rebook at higher prices, those hotels could get their ratings downgraded. A meeting's also being set up between city and tourism officials to figure out more ways to respond if this keeps happening. Mayor Park Hyung-joon also got involved. He said the city's going to throw everything it has at preventing this kind of price abuse. He called it unfair to fans and damaging to Busan's reputation. especially with so many international visitors expected. His goal is to make sure people can actually enjoy the concert without feeling like they're being scammed. They're also working on a plan to guide fans toward neighborhoods with solid public transport and easier access to the venue once that's finalized. That way, people won't feel pressured to all book in one area, and hopefully that'll help level out demand and prices. In the past, President Lee Jae-myung even spoke up about it. He reposted a news article about the price hikes and called it a vicious abuse that messes with the entire market and ends up hurting everyday people. He also said any business caught doing this should be fined heavily, enough to make them think twice before ever trying it again. And legally, there are real consequences. South Korea's Public Health Control Act says hotels have to stick to their listed rates. If they break that rule, they can be fined thousands of dollars or even face jail time, up to 6 months behind bars. V's first on-screen kiss. V just had his very first on-screen kiss. Fans have spent years joking and speculating about whether he'd ever take on a romantic role again after his acting debut. But let's be honest, this is not what anyone had in mind. So, what actually happened? On January 20th, a short animated video featuring V started making the rounds online. At first glance, it seemed innocent enough. Then came the twist. A cartoon frog suddenly jumps onto his face in what definitely looks like a kiss, and then straight up eats him. Yes, you read that right. The frog devours him. End of scene. Fans on social media were caught somewhere between dying of laughter and asking, "Wait, is this real?" A bunch of people said they had to rewatch the video several times because they honestly thought it was fake. Others said they didn't even know how to react. It was so weird that it became hilarious. A lot of the reactions were just variations of pure disbelief. But some fans looked at it a little differently. A few said they weren't surprised that V's first kiss turned out to be this bizarre. They pointed out that he's always had a unique sense of humor and creativity, and this might actually be a reflection of that.